Today I'm going to give you a sneak peek into my very personal, private gym plan here that I've kept records since 2017. I want to walk you through the plan that I just created, but also things that you can keep in mind when you're creating your own plan. I know that creating a plan for the gym can be a little bit intimidating. There's a lot of factors that you can consider, and I consider myself kind of an expert in doing so. I have done a variety of plans, including one you're looking at now on my screen that injured me. So the one I created now, this is an old one. The one I created now, this is my third new workout plan in a year. And this one that I'm planning now, my focus was variety. I didn't want to follow, 3 different gym exercises, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So the one that I'll get into in a second is very complete. That's what I wanted, variety, whole bunch of different exercises. I think it's an 8-day rotation, 8 or 9-day rotation. But before we get into that, I'm gonna go through first your workout schedule. First, you have to choose your workout schedule. How many days a week are you going to go to the gym? What are you going to work out when you go to the gym on those days? Then we'll choose the exercises, and I'll get into each of these. The exercises is the next thing, and the things you want to think about in terms of structuring those exercises within that workout schedule. So let's get into it. If we scroll down to the bottom of my sheet here are the splits, the workout splits. These are basically all of them that I'm familiar with. You could do the full body. You can do a full body on one day, or you could just every time you go, you do a full body type workout. Upper body, lower body, if you can only go 2 days a week, or you just want to do, day 1, day 2, day 1, day 2, 2 sets, 2 times each day in a week. A 3-day split, push, pull, legs. A 4-day split are individual workouts, or a 5-day split. This is the one I'm using now, and I'll get into the reason why. After you decide how much time you want to spend at the gym, how many days you want to go there, then the next one is, what exercises do you do? I have all of my favorite exercises, the most effective exercises here per muscle group. And then I have the compound movements, which should be a staple of basically any workout if your goal is to get strong and big. Now, some of the things to think about when you're creating a plan is what workout, like the one I'm doing, the 5-day split. It's actually, like I said, I added like 7 or 8 days on there. We'll see in a second. You want to think about, okay, why do I do back first on day 1? Because it's the biggest muscle group. It's the biggest lift. I do deadlifts and I lift 475 pounds, 210 kilograms. Okay, and then I do chest on the next day because the back doesn't really work much of the chest. And then day 3, legs, because I had 2 nights rest from back, which the deadlift does work the legs. So I had that night, and then day 2 night, okay, now we got legs. Now that gives my upper body a rest. Shoulders is also a rather bigger muscle group. The traps, the shoulders, the interior shoulders, the rotator cuffs. And then the last day, day 5, is arms. And I do day 5 arms. My arms are genetically large. That's one of the benefits of being me. One of the downsides is my abs. I don't have those nice 6-pack, 8-pack abs. I just don't have those genetics. Those lines aren't there. But arms, yes, so I don't usually do too much on arms. Arms is kind of an easy day. And that's another point of that I want to make, an important point. I'm going to bring us up to the top here, is you don't want the gym to feel like a chore. When it feels like a chore, then you don't go. So when I go to the gym, I like going to the gym for various reasons. I can see what it's done to my body. I also make a lot of friends at the gym. This gives me motivation to go to the gym. Oh, who am I going to meet at the gym? Because I don't work a 9 to 5, so I can go. Going to one gym, there's a different crowd. 6 to 8 a.m., 9 to 12 a.m., lunch break crowd, the mid-afternoon crowd, 1 to 3, 4 p.m., and then the after work crowd, 4 to 7 p.m., and then like a late night crowd after 8 p.m. So you can meet so many people going to the same gym. You can meet a whole different slew of people. The video will be back shortly, but I promised Reishi and Luna they could say something. To bring it back, you want to have fun going to the gym. So some days I'll just go up here. Some days I'll just go and I'll do core and abs. Easy day, 45 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Some days I rarely ever go and just do cardio because I like to play basketball and do actual cardio outside the gym. But I'm sure for a lot of people, you can go and do cardio, do the elliptical, do the bicycle. When I do cardio, I like the bicycle ones where you move the hands and the feet. Sometimes I go and I just stretch. Sometimes I have a whole workout actually that I do consistently that just has to do with handstands. It's core work, it's wrist work, forearm work. And then of course weights. And as your weights, you have all of these, you could do heavy weights, you could do just forearms. I have a forearm only workout because my forearms are rather weak. Auxiliary workouts, arms, shoulders, calves, legs, upper chest, okay? Now, so one, you've chosen how often you want to go to the gym with your split, what split you're going to use. Then you've chosen some exercises. You can see these are my personal notes, and I suggest you have personal notes. They'll organically grow. I wouldn't copy mine, they'll organically grow. Some of these I use more often than not. So these ones here, these two here are new, brand new ones that I'm excited to reveal to you now. So let's go down and see what I got going on with my current workout. And then at the very end, because I don't want to freak you out, I will explain this workout, what all these colors mean and everything at the very end, and how I did it. On this workout, I did not count reps. So I did not record reps. I counted reps. I did not record reps. The idea being that I will go to failure in good form. So I didn't want to see my last week. Okay, last week I did 6 reps. Now this week I have to do 6 reps. Because no, it changes. Week to week it changes. You'll lose a couple reps. You'll gain a couple reps. But overall it should be increasing. Now let's go down. I actually recorded my screen while I was making this plan because I wasn't really sure how long it takes. It took probably 2 hours making this plan. I just sat and I thought about it and I kind of enjoy it, especially this plan because this plan is super robust and fucking awesome. I'm looking forward to getting going. I've already done a few workouts. As you can see here, I've already done a few. Oops, I forgot I did back today. Today is the 323. Oh shit, I don't know, 323. I like to record the date. So I am doing the 5-day split, okay? So we're gonna start with back and then chest and legs, shoulders, arms. That's basically what I started with. I'll get into the later ones after I talk about that. That's what I started with, okay? Now I choose my exercises. And I just put exercises in here, so they're gonna be a mix of compound exercises and then isolation exercises. Do exercises that you like. I personally like to do exercises that are kind of unique, that people don't really see that often. That actually helps me make friends at the gym. Even they'll come up and they'll be like, what are you doing? You know, there's this one new one where you do on the cable, you're standing up, you have the bar, I don't know what it's called, and it's for the lats here, and you bring it down and you like come over this way as if you're like rowing, and then you come over this way and you go like that. Picture the bar here, the straight bar. So I basically always start back with deadlift, and it took, you can see from the screen recording, it took quite a bit of working around. And I should mention, this plan is still in the works. Once I make my own plan, I seek someone else out to answer some various questions. So I have a whole bunch of questions up here. His name is Menno Henselmans. I paid him actually for personal service. I wrote up a review on my personal DANNYBOOBOO website, and I do think he's knowledgeable. So I pay for some consultation of his. He's not cheap, but he is very knowledgeable, and I'm going to ask him these very specific questions up here. He's going to answer them. He almost always has an answer, and let me know if you want me to do a follow-up video on that, on what he answers here. Yeah, the reason why I decided to do so, I guess the current literature says that full body workouts is better, more efficient. But the reason why I want to do per muscle workout is because I think the injury proneness, it lowers, decreases. If I'm doing all back, all chest, all arms, rather than doing legs and then chest, I have to warm up the chest. It takes longer, and so I'm more likely to not do it and more likely to injure myself. So that's the reason why I'm going with this 5-day split here. And also when I started really working out and paying attention in 2017, I did this split and I made the most gains on it. So I think it works. We're going to give it another try here. I want to add in different rep ranges. Okay, I wasn't going to go over this, but I'm kind of flipping all over the place. But here was my last workout, which I hit a PR on deadlift. It was a full body workout, 4 days. Each day was a full body workout. Took between 60 and 80 minutes, 90 minutes sometimes, depending on how judicious I was with my time. And on each of the days, I would do, one day would be 4 to 6 reps, one day would be 8 to 12 reps, and one day would be 15 to 20 reps, which is the rep ranges that I prefer. All right, so let's go back up here. What exercises do you want to avoid? Yeah, so there's some exercises like rotator cuff. Do we really want to go to failure? Do we want to go 4 to 6 reps, or is 10 okay? And do we have to do it every week, or every other week is okay? I'm particularly curious about this. The time under tension is if you're holding it 1, and then doing chest, holding it 1, rather than most people just kind of go in a fluid motion. Does that matter? I think it does matter in terms of form. It helps your form out. It lowers the amount of weight you can do, but it does help the form out. So does that extra tension, is it better than adding more weight? I'm going to ask him. Wide grip shrugs, are they better as a back or a shoulder exercise? All right, so this is the workout here, and what these little ticks mean is that they're rotating between these 2 exercises every other week. So as you can see, today I did bent over barbell rows. Next week, I will do cable rows. Same with this here. All right, and then we have bench. So these tick marks look familiar to you. There's not much to choose from in bench. We're gonna do the barbell bench and the dumbbell bench, the Bayesian fly, and then the hammer chest press where the arms converge here like that. Legs, I wanna do, like I said, like variety. I wanna do squat, I wanna do front squat, and I wanna do leg press. So every third cycle here, I'm gonna do the same, I'm gonna rotate it. And then we got leg curls for the hamstring, leg extension for the whatever that middle muscle is on your quad here, the one in the middle that looks like kind of like a knife if it's well developed. And then calves. Shoulders is a whole bunch of ones for shoulders, so I'm gonna, I won't get into the exact exercises that I chose. I recommend you choose exercises, and I do like to go reverse pyramid, which means after I do a warm-up, then I do my heaviest sets first. But when you're starting out with a new workout, reverse it. You can see here with leg curls, I did 15 kilograms and then 25 and then 30. So for the first one or two times, well, for the first one time, I'll get it down. And then next time I go, I'll start with 30 or maybe 35 kilograms because it will be a first set and I won't be tired. So here we go with shoulders. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna ask Menno about the Arnold press and the reverse Bayesian fly and see which ones are the most efficient. Rotator cuff, whether or not I do it here. Arms, we got a whole bunch of good ones for arms as well. Okay, now what I've decided to add in this time is forearms. I'm doing just a forearms workout. It's nice because it's pretty easy and I feel like my forearms are growing. What do you say? I can't really tell. How are they looking? And then what I added in is handstand day, a handstand day. Which is, as I mentioned earlier, a combination of core, ab, wrist work. And then I have a miscellaneous workout, which is a bunch of other exercises that I want to do, but I don't want to do a workout for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I like to go in about an hour, that's good. So you can see these here. Some ab exercises, some leg exercises, some miscellaneous exercises, hyperextension, okay, plank. And then I was thinking about doing like a miscellaneous workout and then also a calves and core workout, but that would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different days. Now the caution that I have to do is, am I gonna overtrain specifically on the legs? And because I have so many leg things going on here and I'm gonna be undertraining another group because if there's gonna be a 10-day lag between chest workouts, is that going to be a thing? Or am I going to be doing a little bit of chest workouts in here in the handstands and the miscellaneous? So I'm actually doing 2 chest workouts in the same day, or maybe I add one to this miscellaneous. I'm not sure. But that's my schedule for now. I just wanted to go up and touch on one thing here. So when you're creating your workout, so number 1, you've got your split. Number 2, you've got your exercises. Number 3, you have a few other options to decide. So rep tempo. Are you counting on your squat? 1, 2 seconds down, 1 second hold, 1, 2 seconds up. I typically don't do that, but you can. It's a different way to add some variety into your gym. Rep range, as I mentioned earlier, 4 to 6 reps, 8 to 12 reps, 15 to 20 reps. Set volume, how many sets are you gonna do? In this workout here, I did 5 sets per exercise. We'll get into that in just a second. Workout volume, how intense, how long you want it. Rest days, how many rest days? You're gonna go 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day on, 1 day off. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. What I did is I do sometimes 2 days off, 1 day on, 2 days off, 1 day on, or I do 2 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. Depends, whatever works for you. Time under tension, we mentioned that as well. Now, this workout here, 36 exercises. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to do one exercise that focused on, as best it could, a specific muscle in the body. Whether it was the rectus abdominis, the bronchi, the gastrocnemius, I can't even say some of these words, the lats. Okay, so that was the idea here. One exercise, kind of a full body workout. This was actually, I would go in 6 days a week, and 2 or 3 of those days I would go in 2 days a week. The idea here was that the workout would only take about 35 minutes. I would be doing a selection of 4 exercises and 5 sets per exercise. During the exercise, I would count the reps, but I wouldn't record them. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So here, what happened for the cable lat pull down is the first set was kind of a warm-up set. I would go between 15 to 20. So I did 33 kilograms and I got 15 to 20. So I don't record 15 to 20, I just put 1, I got 15 to 20, somewhere in that range. And then I went up to 55. And now my goal is to hit 10. 10 or more, I would raise the weight. If it was between 6 and 10, that would be a judgment thing. I would raise it or not raise it. And if it was below 6, I wouldn't raise it. I would put a 0 and I wouldn't raise it. I would lower it. So here I did 55 and then I did 77 for more than 10. I raised it to 88 and I didn't do a good job recording this day here. But let's have a look at this one, Bronchi. Okay, so I did 55 kilograms. And I know it's kilograms because on one of these days I recorded kilograms. Oh, it's been a while. That wasn't a good example, but usually I put kg or lb at one point and then I just know to follow it. So 55 kilograms for 15 to 20, and then I did 66 for more than 10, and then I raised it to 77. I did less than 6, so I put a 0, and then I lowered it down to 66, and I did 2 more final sets somewhere between 6 and 10 because I didn't raise it, okay? So that's how that worked, and I got injured because basically, well, I did have a little bit of a fight, a small fight, and I did overwork, I believe, the shoulders. In September, I aggravated the shoulder. I heard a pop, but it didn't affect my gym. Though I heard, when I was just like putting on deodorant, it would be like crack, 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 crack. And I'd be like, that's strange, but it's not affecting me, so I unfortunately didn't recognize the signs. In November, I was doing overhead dumbbell military press, and at that point I felt something. I finished out the workout, and since then it's been an issue for me. I will be getting stem cells coming up here soon. I'll be getting some stem cells here in Colombia. And so these color codes, what they represented, blue is legs, red is abs, green is calves, and I think these are compound exercises, this gray here. So that was my workout. I hope this has been helpful to you in your quest to create a workout. I do have some other videos when I talking to Menno in the past. I have maybe a series of 5 videos that you can have a look at next if you're interested. Until then, happy gymming.